As the summer sizzle fades, it's time to establish a wellness routine that's here to stay. Ritual is shaking up the supplement industry with their focus on traceable science and high-quality ingredients. They've got every base covered, from their clinically backed women's 18-plus multivitamin to their stress relief and sleep melatonin, both using first-of-its-kind BioSeries technology designed to optimize formula delivery. For a limited time, get up to 40% off your first month at ritual.com/podcast.
Welcome to Meeting Malcolmus, a pavement podcast. Hey, it's JD here, back for another week of fumbling through the sock drawer that is the catalog of seminal indie rock band Pavement, searching for the match to this big gray woolly, and wondering out loud, how is it possible there are so many dynamite pairs of socks in this drawer? So there's that. Where do I start? Yesterday was a tough one, guys. I got news around 9 o'clock that a friend of mine, who, while I hadn't talked to her, in quite some time, there was a period of time in my life where we were very close and we spent a lot of time together at work, outside of work, and just hanging out. And it turns out that 3 weeks ago, she went to the doctor. She was fine, but she was experiencing something. And like I say, 3 weeks ago, she was fine. But they found brain tumors, and she passed yesterday. So she had 3 weeks of leeway. And I'm not sure how many people she revealed her sickness to. But yeah, this one really hurts. This is, it's very strange because it's just yesterday my wife and I were talking about losing people in your cohort, losing people in your peer group, and how different that must be than, I lost both my parents and that was exceptionally sad. But there's something about losing somebody in your peer group, especially under such horrifying circumstances, that lends itself to thoughts of your own mortality and, the ugly looks in the mirror that you take from that point forward. It's selfish, of course, but we're all we know. So in circumstances like this, I don't know how else to be. I feel horrible for her family and for her very close friends. But there was a time, like I say, that, we were exceptionally close. And if you're having a beer today, think about my friend KV. And I don't know what to say. In other shitty news, the job that I was so excited about, that I thought I was a shoo-in for, I guess I blew the second interview. I don't quite know, or they had a preferential candidate, but I did not get that job. And, that was a point of real concern for me, even taking the leap, because I've just been off for so long. And, I don't really have a sense of whether or not I can actually do a job at this point. Is my mental health in a place that I can? I don't know. It's troubling. I mean, there are times when I need to crawl under my bed for a couple days, as a form of treatment to hide out from reality. And I mean, you're all well aware of that at this point with my, couple hiatuses that I've taken, that I can just fall off the earth, and that's no good. You can't have a job and do that. So I don't know. Did I make a mistake even applying? Did I, it was depressing to get the word that I didn't get it. But what can you do? So there's that. I did get a new microphone. Yeah, I upgraded / sideways graded all my gear over the weekend. I had a mixer that I was using along with another mic, but I went back to the trusty old Shure. I didn't go with an SM7B this time. I went with the MV7, which is their new release. Little less expensive, but a lot of new features, and I think it sounds all right. I've done a couple little tests, and I think it sounds okay. You guys can be the judge of that, though. So there's that. I think it's important to probably let you know that Malcolmus has a new / old release that is available. I think it's only available on Spotify at this point. But if you're into SM, which you are because you're listening to this, and you're into krautrock, there's a whole record of SM and Co. covering Can, and it's available, like I say, on Spotify, probably for purchase as well. Maybe check out Bandcamp. I'm not sure. I'll do some more research and get back to you with that, because I got to tell you, I'm just not myself today. I'm just empty, and you can never quarantine the past. It's really weird to miss someone that you haven't seen in 2 years. That's very strange. But enough about this. Let's get into the music. I have managed to procure both of the EPs that I'll be covering. The deal that came out with Terror Twilight. The first of which is Spit on a Stranger, the EP. And today we're going to be talking about the third song on Spit on a Stranger, which is Roll with the Wind, which is a real throwback. It's a real throwback. It's, how do you describe Roll with the Wind? I mean, very traditional structure, verse, chorus, bridge. You've got this magnificent solo that, that mirrors slight, does a slight homage to the melody of the song. And then you come back with a verse and you go out on the chorus. It's a song that is a time and place song, I feel. It would be at home in 1967. It's got a sort of feel that this band, Pavement, doesn't explore very often. And I don't know how I feel about it. I should really love this song, but I don't really love it. It's strange, though, because it's as peppy as Harness Your Hopes. But as I mentioned, it's of a different era. It's, how many Pavement songs? Well, somebody's gonna answer me on this one. But there's not many Pavement songs, I don't think, that have cowbell and harmonica and, sort of have a, almost a blues rock Stones kind of vibe. And this song, does to me. That's what it feels like to me, or sounds like to me. It's a throwback. It's a total throwback. But I digress. We should probably give it a spin. What do you say? This is Roll with the Wind on Meeting Malcolmus, a Pavement podcast.
With a need to spawn. Well, the hell you are raising the struts you are chasing. Gonna send a letter bomb back to you. Roll, roll with the wind. Roll, roll with the wind. A lot of war you're raging, there's always an equation for what you are made of. What you gonna be? Watch you are a shaman and rich, a Boston Brahmin, and poor, you're just so common, and that's all there is. Roll, roll in the wind. Roll, roll in the wind. Clarity was lost in the guts of the Xerox machine. Say what you mean. Say what you mean, don't keep me guessing. Playing two-packed houses and quiet-ass church masses and building up a circus tent with black pitons. Well, I get high on action, heavy tooth compaction, building up a root canal, hot trade route. Roll, roll with the wind. Roll, roll with the wind. Charity's momentum is lost if you save the receipt, save the receipt, save the receipt. Don't keep me guessing. Gotta roll, roll with the wind, roll with the wind. You gotta roll with the wind, roll with the wind.
And we end with a nice little tambourine out and some studio chatter, which I am a fan of because it makes me feel like I'm an insider, And that's pretty cool. So what'd you think? Roll with the Wind. Is that your first experience with that one? Or have you heard it, 100,000 times and you think that I'm crazy for not being in love with it? Send me an email, jd@meetingmalcolmus.com. I would love to know what you think. You might think that I'm crazy and that I'm quoting a song lyric when I say that, but I'm not. I'm a fucking train wreck today. Oh God. So you might think I'm crazy because I mentioned that this is like a throwback song, and then you hear that bridge, and that bridge is definitely very It's the pavement flourish on this song. I feel, it's very unique. It's got the sound effects going on in there, like the highlights, and but it's a bridge nonetheless. But it feels much more pavementy, if that makes sense to me. That's how I describe it. But and then you got that ripping solo, which I mentioned. Now, if you're smart enough to be listening to this on headphones, you'll say to yourself, hey JD, it's not a solo. There's fucking two guitars. Yeah, well, there's two solos, like really effectively doing, sort of playing with each other. Like I say, you're getting with the blend of the two, you're getting this homage to the vocal melody, but on its on their own, they're just both ripping solos. I'm not sure if they're both SM or if one is Spiral. They both sound like Malcolmist to me. So I don't know for sure. I sent out a tweet to Bob Nastanovich just moments ago asking him for some information about this song and also asking him if it's him playing harmonica, because I think it is him playing harmonica. I wanted to give you that information, but thus far he has not responded. So he is, pretty with it when it comes to Twitter. Like he's all over the place. So I suspect that I'll hear from him later today, and I'll update you on the next episode. Now, lyrically, this song doesn't touch me, the way that I like to be touched by SM lyrics. The first couplet, I think, is really clever, and I feel it. Many are the men who get lost around the bend, solitary rejects with a need to spawn. I think that's, that's really great. From there, I have to go all the way to the end, really when it does the lyric about the heavy tooth compaction building up the root canal. I think that's a really neat, and that's playing two packed houses and quiet as church mouses and building up a circus tent with black pitons. When I get high on action, heavy tooth compaction, building up the root canal, and then roll with the wind. So there's that. Yeah, I think that's great. But there's nothing. It's not speaking to me. It's not telling me a story. Now there's going to be somebody out there that says, it's there's absolutely a story in this song, and I don't vibe it. But it's just a rock and roll song. It's a rock and roll song. There's fucking, like I said, there's cowbell and and harmonica in this song. It's straight up rock and roll. So there's that. Now, normally we'd throw to the end here, but I really do want to play a song for my friend Christy, and we'll go out on this song. I won't come back after the song. We'll just go right to the thing. So right to the closing credits. If you don't listen to the closing credits ever, that's cool. But I always ask if you send reviews and ratings for the show. I'd appreciate it if you're listening to this, jump onto iTunes and just shoot me a review or a rating. It lets me know you're listening, and it helps out somehow. Apparently. I don't know. Disregard all that. Fuck. I ask you guys to do enough. You do so much for me. You really do. You pick me up, you lift me up. I get so many great emails, and I'm an asshole because I rarely respond to them, but I keep all of them. So and I read all of them. And when I get stories about the band, I like to share them on the show. But when they're more personal in nature, I tend to keep them to myself. And I hope that's okay. If you send me something and you want it read on the show, then just tell me in the email. That's cool. I'll read it on the show. But if you don't, then I won't. And that's sort of how I've been doing this for a year and a half. God, this is episode 95. We're coming up on episode 100. We're coming up to 100 episodes. Plus, there's like 40 bonus episodes. Jesus Christ. Okay, so do me a favor. Do me a favor today. I know I said that I already asked you to do too much, but this is important. If you've got a friend you haven't heard from in a little while, shoot him an email or send him a DM, or hell, even, pick up that phone that you're using to send a DM or an email and actually use it for what it was intended for. Phone this person. Because you just never fucking know. You just don't know. So let's listen to this song and pour one out for KV.
Everything looks perfect.
Alchemists, a pavement podcast, is a weekly affair. Connect with JD at meetingalchemists.com. Please support the pod by rating, reviewing, or sponsoring us at meetingalchemists.com. And hey, I'm social. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook at Meeting Alchemists.
Attention everyone, Wayfair's Black Friday preview sale is here early. Right now, get up to 70% off everything home and everything you need for the season ahead. Save on quality furniture for every room in the house, guest-approved bedding for a season of hosting, top brands and cookware, festive holiday decor for indoors and out, and so much more. Whether you need a new sofa that fits the whole family or a new serving dish that fits your famous sweet potato casserole, Wayfair is the place to go for Black Friday deals on finds to feast. Get festive and get comfortable all season long. Plus, sit back and relax. With Wayfair's fast and easy shipping, everything home comes straight to your home, even the big stuff. And the best part? Speedy delivery in time for the holidays. There's no place like home for the holidays, and no place like Wayfair for Black Friday savings. Shop early Black Friday deals right now and save up to 70% off, only at wayfair.com.
Wayfair, every style, every home.